This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It started from graffiti where you have to hide behind your name, and then I started tagging other people's name, and that's why I was like, okay, if I'm pasting other people's name, why should I, be in front? So I've always stayed behind shades and hats, and when I take them off, I can walk anywhere. I take the plane, arrive in a country, show my passport, and I'm actually anonymous under my real name. I'm Jera, I'm 28 years old, and since 10 years I work enlarging photography in the streets and using architectures and people's faces in different cities and contexts in the world. The Inside Out project is a recent project where I decided to reverse the process. While I was taking photos for 10 years and pasting the photo I was taking, I decided to reverse and become the printer and ask people to actually take their photo and send it to me. I would print it here and send it back to them wherever they are in the world. If people want to participate to the project, they take a portrait of someone, they take a portrait of themselves, they create a group and they take photos of 10, 15, whatever, 100 people, did thousands of people on a subject, on a matter. And from there on, it's in their hands. If people bring it back home and frame it, they become a collector. If people, like in Tunisia, replace the photo of their dictator by their own photo, they becomes a political act. If people do group projects, just to say they love life and art, they become, artists or whatever. And then if people just throw it in the garbage, they just become consumer. And that's the interesting thing about it, is that everyone receives the same piece of paper, but people use it in different ways. Anyone can be a photographer, but what are you going to do when you're going to get your image? The idea of it is that they'll do an action with it, whatever it is, and then send us the photo on the site, they upload it, and that spreads it. And this is all happening at the same time, and we're talking of more than 50,000 portraits and posters, and it's just spreading and spreading. And each time someone do an action in his area, then he basically inspires others to do it. And each month I'm surprised, like last week there was a huge action in Juarez, the border of Mexico and US, and they did like, one of the biggest action. It's just huge and long, and they involve, almost 100 persons. When you see the photos, I don't know, there are like tons of guys out there. They pasted thousands of portraits, and I'm sure that those guys out there had such an impact that they're going to involve so much other people. Art is not supposed to change the world, but it can, and definitely a lot of the actions that even happened in the last months in Inside Out have shown that much more things are possible than we think they are.